Breaking news, friends. Stephen Smith's death has officially been ruled a homicide. Can you believe it? I'm kind of in shock. Apparently, SLED down there in South Carolina, the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, that's like the FBI of South Carolina. Well, they reached out to Eric Bland, Sandy Smith's attorney. Sandy Smith is Stephen Smith's mama. So SLED reached out to Eric Bland, the attorney, and said, yeah, so we've been doing all the investigation and we looked under some rocks and stuff. And it turns out it was not a hit and run. Remember how like 5 years ago we said it was a hit and run? Oops, it's not. And we have front burnered this. We are looking into it. And we know you went on, what is it? YouTube, not YouTube. What's the thing she went on to raise the money? GoFundMe. She went on GoFundMe and she was like, I would like to raise $15,000 to have my son's body exhumed so we can figure out what happened to him. Well, she ended up raising like $60,000, $70,000. That's a whole bunch of money, especially in South Carolina. You know, the average income down there in Colleton County or wherever they are is like $30,000 a year. Some more, some less, obviously. So $70,000. Can you imagine getting like 2 years salary all at once? Boom, here you go to help with your investigation. Well, that's what happened with Miss Sandy. So now SLED is saying, girl, you don't even have to exhume the body because we believe it was homicide. Additionally, if you decide to go ahead with the exhumation, we want to be part of it. We want to know what happened. We want to get to the bottom of this. Now, this is big, big news, and it is amazing. And thank you, general public, all the people who donated, all the press who carried Stephen's story. It's really, really heartwarming to see that, like, people in the community and all over the world are like, justice for Stephen. That's all his mama ever wanted. Because listen, I have 4 sons. If anything happened to my babies, I would never stop. Never stop. You know me. You know I can be intense. Remember what happened with the blueberry muffins and the man who said he was burned at my house? Like, I would bring that same energy to all the news, NBC, ABC, the YouTube, wherever I could go. I would be bringing the heat because I'm that mom. You know how some women are like, oh, I don't want to be that mom. I am very comfortable being that mom. I will get up in your face. Now, I'm not going to cause violence. I will threaten to sue you. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But I will not injure you. I'm not going to hit you with my car. I'm not going to do any of that. I will wear you out. Because, you know, if I do violence or something like that, I will have to go to jail. I'm too pretty for prison. I'm not, So, but what I can do is I can nag you to death with a smile on my face and a song on my heart. So govern yourselves accordingly. Don't touch my babies. Don't touch my dogs. Don't mess with my money. Look crazy at my husband. Well, he's from the South Bronx, y'all. We ain't got to worry about him. He can take care of himself. He gonna be just fine. Also, I'm so happy for Sandy. Also, this development is born out of the Alec Murdaugh case because we know that when it all went down. So listen. When Stephen was murdered, there's word on the street that Randy and Alex drove on up to the crime scene and was like, this was a hit and run. Don't worry about it. Oh, Sandy, we're going to take your case if you want us to. That's not how that happened because I have done a little bit of research. Now, here's what actually happened according to what I know. When Stephen Smith was murdered, he was living with his dad. His dad had some sort of lawsuit, a car accident or whatever with the Murdaugh firm. And so when Stephen was murdered, we now know he was murdered. It was not a hit and run. Randy Murdaugh was his attorney, or somebody at the Murdaugh firm was Stephen Smith's dad's attorney, and called him up, like right after this whole thing happened, called him up and was like, I will take your case for free. Now, that is not as shady as driving up on the scene and being like, this is what y'all need to do. But it is shady because A, how did he know? I mean, it's a small town, but how did he know? Why was he offering to take the case for free? Why was he sticking his nose in it? Because nobody thought it had nothing to do with him. But then when he made that phone call, everybody was like, wait. And he called right away. Like the coroner called and then a Murdaugh called. Now, do I think Buster is in this? No, I actually don't. If anybody did harm to Stephen Smith, if any mean and nefarious character did anything terrible to Stephen Smith, Paul Murdoch. Like, I'm not saying it, but you know, maybe Timmy came out. Maybe he had too many drinks. Maybe he was afraid his brother Buster was gay. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay. How would all of us look? How will we know what to wear if not the gay men? Are you serious? What eyebrow fashions will begin? How will we do our hair? Yeah, everybody needs to sit down and back up off my gay friends now. I'm not having none of that. None of it. All of that to say, it's a great day for Sandy Smith. It's a great day for justice. And Eric Bland, well, you could trust and believe Mr. Eric Bland and Mr. Roddy Richter. They're going to bring the heat. They're going to stay on top of sled. And they will also report back, which I, for one, appreciate. All right, let me see what's happening in the news today. And if there's anything significant, I'll be right back at you. You have a good one. Bye.